This race has gone by several former names: the Italian Grand Prix, the San Marino Grand Prix, and now the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. It's race day. We're at Imola. Welcome. One lap of Imola, anti-clockwise of course, unlike most Formula One circuits, will take our drivers round 3.1 miles of track, 19 turns, 9 right-handers and 10 to the left. Drivers will need to be precise at the hairpin at turn 7, given the subsequent uphill section. Without a good exit from that corner, they'll lose a lot of time on that stretch. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Hamilton, Lando Norris, and Antonelli, Tsunoda, Piastri, Lawson, and Fernando Alonso, Sainz, Albon, Isaac Hadjar, and Stroll, Hülkenberg, Gasly, Ollie Behrman, and Gabriel Bortoleto. Doohan and Esteban Ocon lines up at the back of the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me here today in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
よし、通信を確認しよう。無線チェック。
Radio check.
タイムペナルティだ。レース終了時のタイムにペナルティタイムが加算されるぞ。DRS を使えるようになったぞ。DRS 使用可能だ。 前のマシンを追っている時はアンダーステアに注意しろ。できるだけ早く抜き去るんだ。食らいついていけ。ミスをするかもしれん。ファイナルラップに突入した。ファイナルラップだ。レース終了だ。パルクフェルメで会おう。
Nicely done, team. Well done. I think podium was a bit out of stretch today, but you got to be there at the end. Let's keep pushing.
Charles Leclerc, what a drive, what a victory, he wins! From lights out to the checkered flag, this is what they're racing for. It's points and a trip to the podium. And who gets to take the top step of the podium? Yes, it is I, Leclerc, Charles Leclerc on top. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.